I just saw
The Hail Mary
scuffle happen.
Yeah.
After the game, he got into the stands. He was fighting Greg Newsom, right? He wasn't fighting a fan.
Yeah.
I don't really know what happened. Did he explain it after?
Nah, you saw the video of it?
Not really. I mean,
Yeah,
whatever they showed on the broadcast is what I saw. It's just I saw people trying to wrap him up.
Nah, so like it starts like in the play. They're like running on the field. It's like just like almost like manhandling each other, and then they just literally the ball's in the air. I don't even think either one of them are even like caring about the ball by then. It's like,
God.
Yeah, that's why I thought you saw it. Yeah, they're like the memes were going out. They're like, yo, when it's a Hail Mary time, oh, GP on Ron Artest energy. They had that man, the meme of him going up in the stand, whooping up on homie. Because literally you see him like they in the middle of the end zone running like this, and then they hitting it to the wall, and then they get into it for a little bit. Play ends, and then the refs and stuff come over there, bro. Yeah.
So Pickens had no chance of catching the pass.
No, bro. I don't even think he's in bounds with the play, like when the ball actually like hits, because they're like so into it going off the field, bro. It was like a beeline, just boom.
And here I was ready to defend Pickens.
I was ready to
be on his side with
bro.
the scuffle. I was just gonna be like, all right, yeah, Pickens, I'm with him, man. Like,
yeah, it was physical. They were physical. I would have.
Now that I know that it started while the ball was in the air.
Oh yeah,
that's great.
Look at them. By the time they hit the end zone, bro, they're like in each other, running down there. And for me, I'm just like, you could throw a flag, but we've seen how the referees officiate Hail Mary plays. They allow the jostling. They allow the contact. They allow the pushing and pulling in the end zone. So as I'm watching it, I'm like, that's what's going on. But it's like they never stopped. Pickens just kept going with him, and literally, boom, they hit the back wall, and it's like, oh, man, they really going at it. So, yeah, that's like the whole joke with GP right now. It's like, oh, hey, ball up. Hey, Hail Mary time. Hey, all right, he about to go whoop somebody. Hey, you need to play? Hold on, GP about to go whoop somebody, man. Yeah.
That's terrible.
They showed the Georgia Tech Joe from college. Say, look, Hail Mary time. No. He got action right here, man.
The guy we need most to be eligible for a Hail Mary pass wants to be fighting instead of.
Me and wifey looking. I'm like, bro, you can't be the one tussling now. I need you going up to get it. Like, I need that. I felt like he wanted to fight though, because Deuce's helmet was off at the end. Both helmets was off, but I'm like, yo. I was just side with GP. I feel like GP got the best of it.
Well, I would. I would side with GP because I don't. Yeah, whatever happened after the play. GP. You know, if you're in a tussle with a Browns guy, I'm siding with you. But or not a Browns fan, a Browns player. Yeah. I'm siding with you. But to find out that it started while the play was happening, that now it's just like I can't defend GP for that.
Yeah.
But
that was my thing. I'm just like. This is what I mean. We said this is the GP experience, man. You got some moments every game, one moment here and there, and I get it. But he still had
a very catchable ball. It was thrown up. Very
was.
Much. I mean,
I think if he could stop midway and actually go vertical, I think he might have a shot at it. At least drawing a penalty. And because we know how his catch radius is, I think it's safe to assume that it's more than likely would have came down with it. Problem is, we'll never know, because by the time that they landed, the boys is out the back of the end zone getting active, bruh. I'm just like, yo. But once again, I will also say this, because I know some people are gonna, have their feelings about how he was post game, right? With talked about the weather, but just more so doubling down, saying, I don't think they're a really good team. I personally don't have a problem with that, and I'll say it because of this. We always talk about the cookie cutter. Just verbatim, they're just giving us coach talk or giving us interview speech. And we say, yo, that's boring, that sucks. I want to know how you really feel. A dude tells you how he really feels, and now we're going to say, oh, you immature, you ain't supposed to do that, nah, that's bad. I don't get with that, man. I feel like, yo, this has been GP's energy since he's gotten here. When that dude talks, he is 100% authentically himself. Right, wrong, and indifferent. And if he truly feels like, yo, that team isn't like that, man, I don't have an issue with him saying that. He did play well. Did you lose? Yeah, both things could be true, though. The beautiful part for him is he's going to get a chance to see him later in the year, a couple weeks, and see if he can go ahead and prove what he's saying. And the flip side, with Newsom, he said, man, that's a fake tough guy. So you can see his back and forth. Right now, he got the win. So he get to say some of that stuff and feel good about it. But even he is going to have to see what that's like in a couple of weeks, man. So, like I said, with GP, man, my only caution would just be don't allow the rage, as AJ likes to put it, to take yourself out the play, because you are way more of an impact player to us than any DB that's going to be guarding you, man. And that helps them more than it helps us by you whooping up on this dude, taking him out the back of the end zone. Like, that, to me, is allowing a guy to get in your head a little bit, man. And I think for GP, because he's young, he just has to kind of continue to walk that line a little bit better. But as a whole, I mean, GP still had a heck of a game last night. We would all agree, like, he made some plays for us, man.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah. But that was, looking at that Hail Mary, I'm just like, bro, what we doing, man? Why you got to whoop on him right now? Like, can we just look up and just go get this rock, please? Beat him up after you catch it, man. Yeah.
Yeah, don't let the side show be a bigger priority than the main show. Don't let your little tiff with the Browns cornerbacks.
It's like overtaking your
job
mindset.
And what you need to be doing for the team.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, and that's the thing about Pickens. I like what you're saying about defending his post-game interview. Now, obviously not the smartest thing to say. Right. I think you put an additional target on your back. It comes off as petty, not professional.
And that's fair. That's 100% fair.
The thing we could say about Pickens, after with him saying stuff like that, or maybe even, just not having the most polished answers in his interviews at times, he does back it up with his play for the majority. Obviously, sometimes he doesn't have the details all together, but he still is a huge positive for this team, and it has huge impact, unlike other players in the past, like Claypool.
Did you have to put the name on it? God.
So there's that. Because Claypool has called out other teams before and everything, but it's just like it's just a different
the Browns
type of
is the Browns. We're gonna clap them boys.
GP says that after yesterday's game, but he's gonna step up next week.
Yeah.
Or he's gonna be locked in for the next Browns game.
No, facts.
Unlike Claypool, I don't know what the hell is gonna happen with him.
Facts.
But the other thing about Pickens is he never throws anyone on his team under the bus.
I would agree.
So I think that's better. Obviously, if he could clean up these post-game press conferences and not say anything like what he did yesterday, that would probably be most optimal. But I'd rather err on the side of the way he answered yesterday as opposed to saying other stuff.
Yeah. And
given to that he will back it up. There's no question about what he can do on the field and what he could bring to the table on a week in and week out basis.
Yeah.
I can live with it.
Yeah,
and it's not like he hasn't said stuff like this in the past,
Yeah.
blaming the refs or blaming outside factors on the game. Yeah. He has, but they've flown more under the radar because they haven't been on Thursday Night Football. You're the only show in town. Yeah,
it's prime time. That's the fact. It's always louder, and especially after a loss, it's super duper loud, man. When you have the expectations that we had versus a team like the Browns. But yeah, man, that was definitely my energy, man. Soon as I heard it, watched the whole game, I'm just like, yeah, you young, but that's who you've always been, and I don't want to take that away from him. I think that's a part of his edge. I think Ocho Cinco was the guy who said it. No, Ocho definitely did before in terms of like putting the target on him, putting pressure on him, but Peasy, Joey Porter, we got to talk to him, man, and he was talking about specifically why he would talk so much trash. He was like, bro, I'm one of those players, I can't feel like I got the advantage. I can't feel like, oh, this is a layup game. Otherwise, I'm not going to play at my best. He's like, I got to be out there talking. I got to go out there and put that pressure on me so that way I can perform. He was like, does it put more pressure on my team? Yes. But luckily for Peasy, he was like, yo, I had the guys that was going to rally behind me. With GP, man, I get similar energy. It's like, yo, he feel like, yo, I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to let you know like who I am out here. But he backs it up. Does it put more pressure on the team as a whole? Yes. It's not as loud as Juju and Claypool when they was doing they talking and dancing and stuff, but it does still add some pressure to you. The best thing for us is that GP, you can make a case, is one of our best players on offense. Between him, Russ Fields, Najee, however we want to put it, he is in that category. So at least it's kind of like with the Peasy situation where if your best player is talking, he can set the wave and we all can kind of follow it. So for GP, it's just like, yo, you just got to know that this is what comes with it. That Browns game, when you played them in a couple weeks, man, they are going to be pissed off, turned up to the max, ready to prove once again that they are better than us and that GP is a fake tough guy. That is going to be their whole mindset. Myles Garrett, that's going to be their energy, man.
It's a quick turnaround, too.
Yeah. So it's going to be fresh.
2 weeks.
It's all going to be fresh, man. But this is what comes with the talking. So we know what it is on the front end. We can't be surprised about it in 2 weeks. When they come out here fired up, we better be ready to go as well, man. But as long as you know what it is, Hey, pair accordingly, man.